What's next? Imagery. A lot of people are familiar with imagery. What is it? That's when the writer uses a word or a series of words to refer to any sensory experience, right? It's usually sight, but a lot of people overlook the other senses, whether it's sound, smell, taste, or touch. And the purpose of using imagery is not just to make things pretty or make them fully developed, but it's to do this: create an impression, tone, or mood in the reader through that work of art. So it's to do that for this. So again, a common theme: don't stop on the surface. Don't be shallow. We want to be deep. We want to move to this. One work that I like to use to explore imagery is the haiku, which is a Japanese form of poetry. They're really, really short, and they're based upon an image. And what I really like about this poem, The Piercing Chill I Feel, is that it's a tactile image. The piercing chill I feel, my dead wife's comb in our bedroom, under my heel. So what do we see here? Well, we kind of have to do some exploring and, right, some understanding. So what do we see? If there's dead wife, and then we have a my, and then we have an I, well, clearly we know the speaker here has lost, right? His wife has recently died. How do we know that it's recent? What do we see? A comb. How do we know that there's been a recent death? Well, if it happened years ago, right, things would have been put back into order. So the speaker is walking through the bedroom, of course. That's an important thing, right? That's a shared space, the marriage bed, all the significance there. Walking through the bedroom and steps upon his wife's comb under his heel. Now, what is it? It's piercing chill. What's significant about the chill? Cold. Yes. So now what we start to do is we start to accumulate things. What are we building? Tone, mood, right? A sense of grief, a sense of just profound sadness permeating through this really, really short haiku, this really short poem. And this is what I really love about imagery, is how it builds, and it's used very gently. Imagery, when it's gentle like that and it accumulates, that's when it's most powerful. Now, a lot of people confuse imagery with the next one that we'll take a look at in the next lecture video, which is symbolism. You'll note we're not to confuse symbolism with imagery. An example of a common mistake people use is with this work by Robert Frost, Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening. A lot of people look at this work and say, oh, I love the symbolism in this poem. And as we'll see in the next lecture, once we get in here and we start to explore symbolism, this work is not with symbolism, but it is with imagery, because it's creating a tone or a mood, creating an impression within the reader. So don't go away. Jump to the next lecture video, and we'll continue looking at symbolism.